Hello everyone, this is Bhumika Patil, Senior Lecturer of IU Department from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhayandar. In the last parts of this chapter, we seen about history, introduction, goals, definitions, rules of the basics of digital forensics and models, some models of digital forensics. In this part, we continue with remaining models. Extended model of cybercrime investigation proposed by S.O. Chadwin is more likely the most comprehensive till date. Here is the diagram of EMCI model. Phases of EMCI. The EMCI follows waterfall model as every activity occurs in sequence. The sequence of examine, hypothesis, present, and prove or defend are bound to be repeated as the evidence heap increases during the investigation. Awareness is the phase during which the investigators are informed that a crime has taken place. The crime is reported to the some authority, and intrusion detection system may also trigger such awareness. Authorization is the stage where the nature of investigation has been identified and unplanned authorization may be required to proceed, and the authorization is obtained internally or externally. Planning is impacted by information from which and outside the organization that will affect the investigation. Internal factors are the organization policies, procedures, formers, investigative knowledge, while outside factors consist of legal and required requirements not known by the investigators. UML modeling of digital forensic process model UMD-FPM. Cohn, Eloff and Oliver proposed the UML modeling of digital forensic process model, a paradigm for a paradigm for modeling forensic processes. The phases of UMD-FPM are collect, examine, analyze, report, and evidence report. Cohen and Oliver made use of UML and use case diagram to demonstrate all the phases and its interaction with all investigators. Two processes have been added to the activity diagram to club with the Cohen framework. These are prepared in the preparation phase and present in presentation phase. The whole process is triggered by criminal activity which constitutes of starting point. Prepare is the first step. The rest of the processes follow logically from prepare to collect, authenticate, examination and analyze. Authentication is introduced between examination and collection phase to make sure that the data integrity of the data before the examination is started is preserved. Examination can alter the content of data, such as in the case of compressed files, hidden files, and other forms of data incomprehension. The primary investigator will consider whether to analyze more data or to extract more data from the original source. After reaching these decision points, an evidence report is compiled as part of the report procedure. Word document is compiled during the investigation phase. The evidence document is the output of investigation phase. Here we end with the models of digital forensics. Now we are going to discuss about ethical issues and non-ethical issues in digital forensics. Some ethical issues are ethical issues in digital forensic fields can be defined as a set of moral principles that regulate the use of computers. Ethical decision making in digital forensic work comprises of one or more of the following: honesty towards the investigation. Prudence means carefully handling the digital evidence, compliance with the law and the professional norms. Some ethical norms for investigators are to contribute to the society and human being, to avoid harm to others, to be honest and trustworthy, to be fair and take action, not to discriminate, to honor prosperity rights, including copyrights and patents, to give proper credit to intellectual property, to respect the privacy of others, to honor confidentiality. And some unethical norms for digital forensics are uphold any relevant evidence, declare any confidential matter or knowledge, express an opinion on the guilt or innocence belonging to any party, engage or involve in any kind of unethical or illegal conduct, deliberately or knowingly undertake an assignment beyond him or her capability, distort or falsify education, training, credentials, display bias or prejudice in findings or observation, exceed or outpace authorization in conducting examination. Here are some references of basics for digital forensic. Thank you. Here we end with the third chapter, that is basics of digital forensic.